Hello, everyone. We're going to be covering, this is, by the way, I'm the tarot murder. I'm the tarot medium, and we're going to be talking about the Delphi murders. Okay, there we go. We got it right. This is my very first YouTube live. So I want to welcome everyone that's here. I'm going to see if I can copy this onto a couple other pages. So we're gonna first talk about these adorable children, Libby and Abby, who were brutally murdered February 14th, or they went missing February 14th of 2017, and this is unsolved. So this is an unsolved mystery or murder. And so I thought what I would do is jump into this and pull some tarot cards on it to see if I can, this is all allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to see if I can get any information from the tarot cards. For those of you who don't know me, I have been a tarot reader for about 27 years. So, gosh, it's not letting me copy this over or share it onto my other page. So I'll have to try something different here. So welcome to the stream. If you are new here, if you can type a comment so that I know that you're here. And then I will, if you have any questions about the murder as we go along, feel free to ask. And I'll be more than happy to answer your questions along the way. So this isn't just me talking at you. So right now here, I'm trying to paste this onto one of my other walls here just to see. Oh, maybe this will work. I'll see if this will work. Okay, so let's get started here. Abby and Libby were like best friends, and they were from Indiana, Delphi, Indiana. And the older sister of one of them dropped them off on the Moon High Bridge Trail in Delphi, Indiana. And that was the last time they were ever seen again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put up my camera here so you can see that I'm using, this is the Haunted House Tarot, but I'm going to use a lot more decks. I have a whole line of decks here that I'm going to be using to help get us more information. Hi, Igor. Can you tell me how my sound is? Doing a sound check on this, and also to make sure that I'm sounding clear. And we're going to be doing some cards, pulling some cards on the Delphi murders. So I'm going to have the Haunted House Tarot first. And sometimes I don't like to start out with a question necessarily. I just ask, what do I have to know about this? And that's where I'm going to start. So what do I have to know? And actually, I'm going to take the cards away and just pull one at a time so I can put them down in a sequence. What do I have to know about the Delphi murders? These young girls. Oh my goodness. This is interesting. This is the Queen of Wands, and she's got like angel death wings, like black angel wings. Like this is evil. Of course, we knew that this was evil, but it's interesting that the first, thank you, the sound is good. Thank you for saying that. So this first card is the Queen of Wands. This doesn't tell us anything except she shows up as a woman. But I always like to pay attention, and she's looking at the book. Look at this. She's looking at the book. So we're just going to keep this. We're going to keep the Queen in our thoughts as we move on. All right. So What else do we have going here? Wow. This was a brutal murder. Now we have the King of Wands. This is very strange. We start out with two people here. We start out with two people. We start out with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And he is very angry. He is a very angry person. Oh my God, I want to show you something. Will you take a good look at him? Take a good look at him. Now, this is a blurry picture of the subject. How interesting is that? And I mean, this was clipped off of a video because one of the girls secretly was recording this. So they actually have a recording of him saying, "Go down the hill." And so this is really creepy. By the way, here's the Moon Ridge, or the Monon Ridge High Bridge Trail. The Monon, I guess I wrote that down wrong. The Monon High Bridge Trail where they were found. And here's the sweet little girls that were so brutally murdered. And one of them maybe could have run away, but they stuck together. And then, of course, they passed away together. But when I look at this card, he's got a temper. He has got a temper. He's raising his hand up. He is definitely, and with her having the wings, those black wings on, and it looks like he'd been observing them. Doesn't this feel like now feel free to jump in here, because when I do my lives, I like to have, hi Aaron, refer to them as guys so casual. Yeah. So this almost tells me like they were being watched. They're being watched. And the Haunted House Tarot is a new deck for me. It's fairly new. It's not one of my go-to decks, but I do have both of my go-to decks here that I am very familiar with. So you guys jump in here at any point if you notice something in the cards. If you get an intuition, definitely pay attention as I'm pulling these cards, because when we work together, we do much better. So, all right, so we've got this angry man, right? He's angry in the Moon card. He could be unstable. We're going to keep going. What the hell is that about? Oh, my God. This is the Lovers. This is weird. This is getting beyond weird. Do you see someone peeking in the door? And then there's the Lovers card. Someone's peeking in there. What does this have to do with the murder? Wow. This is going to be tough. This is going to be really a tough one to do. So let's keep putting the story together, because that's what I do with the tarot. Is I start creating a story. Look at that, Lovers. Do you think that somebody approached them online and they thought that this was going to be a future boyfriend? Do you think that that's a possibility with the Lovers card? Yeah, like he knew them, Aaron. Exactly, like he knew them. Go down the hill like he knew them. We can ask the cards that too, but let's continue the story. All I'm asking here is an open-ended question. Look at this. You guys, this is beyond creepy. So this is the card where she's in bed and there's a monster stalking her. I think there was communication going on with at least one of the girls. Maybe not both, but at least one of the girls was being stalked by a monster. Don't you think so? It's coming out of the bed. It's coming out of the bed. I think that she might not have known him, but she knew of him. Let's call it that. She knew of him because there's a monster sneaking out of the bed. That is just weird. That is really weird. Guys, see that? Can you believe that? That is just unbelievable. We're going to continue on. So this is just an open-ended question, which is the way I like to start it. Okay, that is the Empress card. And, wow. I'm really getting the feeling, and I hate to say this, but the Empress is like the mother card and the mother in the home. And this is not saying anything about the mother, like the girl's mother. No, this not saying that at all. This is the Empress, like this, and she's facing the creep. Like, this could be somebody the community knows. What do you think? What do you think? This could be, she's facing the daughter, which would be normal for a mother, but she's facing the creep. Like, they might know of him. Like, he could be literally, like, hiding in plain sight. Okay, I've run out of room, so we're going to put those back, and we're going to continue the story. So he was looking. He was on the search. This guy was searching for a victim. He's searching for a victim. He is a known. Oh my God. In two of these cards, there's somebody peeking. You guys, we have to bring this out again. We have to pay attention to all this stuff. See the girl back here peeking? And then this card had a girl back here peeking. We have to pay attention to that. That's bizarre. Out of 78 cards, to pull two cards where there's somebody peeking, somebody watching. So the girls are watching. He's looking for a victim, and the girls are watching. Somehow these girls know this person. Feels like they know this person. This is very weird. We'll keep going here. The Magician. It's a very manipulative person. Very manipulative, the Magician is. And then we get take my meds. Yeah. I did actually. This is high allergy season for me. So I actually did have to take my meds because allergies are so bad. This is a manipulator. And this is another queen. Yeah, this case is not going to be cut and dried. This is not going to be cut and dried. This was a very violent person. This is a very violent person, and this is a Knight of Pentacles. We're getting all of these people that are, tied in. There's, all these people tied into the case. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is searching, and so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch to a different deck. I'm going to ask Anna Kay, and I'm just going to swing it out here like this. I'm going to swing the cards out here like this, and I'm going to ask Anna Kay, is this murderer going to be caught? Is the murderer going to be caught? Holy shit, look at that. This person has a dual personality. They present themselves to the outside world of somebody affluent, somebody trustworthy. They present themselves to the outside world as somebody that can be trusted. And inside, they're a killer. This is very weird. So we're dealing with a dualistic situation here. Somebody that from the outside, the community looks at them like, hey, look at how nice and wonderful this person is. And the mirror here, they're a monster inside. So that's a hint. I mean, this is a hint. This would be somebody known who presents themselves on the outside as very trustworthy, and inside they're a monster. So pull another card on here. This is the Anna Kay tarot for anybody that knows it. Look at this, known in the community. This is somebody fairly close to the community. Fairly close to the community. Wow. So then that's interesting. I'm going to pull another deck, and this is going to be from my go-to deck, which is the Robin Wood. And I'm going to ask are there any details that need to be brought forward so that, this somebody can figure this out? Because it's really interesting that this has not been figured out. So let's take a look at this. Are there any details that need to be brought out for this to be to find them? Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. So what is this with tied up? Here's the Anna K, tied up. You guys, the synchronicities in these cards, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. They were tied up. They were tied up, like bound, gagged. I mean, I never asked for details about what happened to them. You're watching a different reading yesterday about the case, and they got similar duality aspect. Seriously. But look at this, tied up and bound, tied up and bound. Ugh, God. This wretched person has to be caught. And I think that the readers, I'm glad other readers are covering this because it has to be brought out. These girls need justice. They have to have justice. So I think if the readers in the community get together and cover this, it's gonna be a good thing. So details. So we've got to have details. So here we are. They're restricted in their movement. Okay. So they were restricted in their movement. Oh, this is a good card. This is in a horrible situation like this. The girls are with angels. I mean, so the girls are with angels, and the angels are watching over them. And it's ironic because didn't they disappear on the 14th? And this is Temperance. This is the 14 card. Yeah, they disappeared on the 14th. And this is the 14 card. And this also can mean that the person might accidentally step into the wrong waters. See, they might make a mistake that will get them caught. This is the Temperance card, stepping into the water. It's possible that they'll make some kind of a mistake and be caught. Yeah, they definitely are not balanced. They are unbalanced. I think you can kind of know that anybody murdered is unbalanced, but the cards sometimes just bring out what's obvious so that you can continue down. This would be the mother just on a path of making sure that this does not go into a cold case. She is like, come on, we have got to get this solved. She's the angry bitch. You don't want to cross her. This mother is like this. Both their mothers are, but one of the mothers especially. One of the mothers, if she presents herself as a Queen of Swords, is definitely someone you don't want to mess with. She's going to make sure that this is seen to the end. And there we have, and that was interesting because one of the cards in the other deck had a guy with carrying the lantern. I want you guys to notice that I always pay attention. We had the peeking girls, right? So the girls, there's some kind of familiarity. The girls were peeking. Look at, now we've got searching. Search is on. And I feel like this is our clue. This is kind of like a middle-aged man. I just want to stick with this card for a second. I feel like this is a middle-aged man. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to go back, you guys, and put on the camera the suspect, because one of the girls secretly recorded, and I think it was brilliant of her. I think that she was aware at that time that something strange was going on. But look at that guy, and then we're going to look at the card. So he's kind of got loose clothes on. Just kind of look at actually, I want you to get a feel for him. And then get a feel for him. See that? And there's that girl peeking. She's now in fear. She's afraid. She knows something bad's going to happen. Wow. Look at kind of loose clothes. I feel like this person could have lost weight because of the belt or the way the pants are fitting. I feel like this person could have lost a significant amount of weight. I mean, I'm going to say like Maybe this person recently lost like 40 pounds, like, around 40 pounds, where people would be like, wow, you lost a lot of weight. So I'm also going to pull from Omega Land, which I don't normally like pulling from this deck because it's pretty violent. But I want to ask if this person has murdered anybody else in the past. Is the murderer of the girls, has he murdered in the past? And this is the Tower, yeah. So this person has murdered in the past. So, that just, we're kind of putting together a puzzle here. So, this is definitely the Five of Swords. So they definitely have a violent personality. Whoever this is, they're angry. They have made fight with people. They fight with people. They've had battles with people. They tend to be negative talking and violent talking. And I believe that they could be like a gun, maybe pro-gun or something. But it's hard to tell because Omega Land is full of guns. So I don't like to use that one too much. But I'm going to go to the Lenormand cards. And I'm going to ask... what can we do to help solve this murder? That's what I'm going to ask the Lenormand. Is there anything that can be done? That's the question. Is there anything that can be done to solve this murder? And we get, this is card 21, and it's the Mountain. This is stuck. Like, this is being stuck. But this is 39, luck. Like the roll of the dice. Like, there's some luck coming. Good luck, like the roll of the dice. It's, I like to see that. But the Mountain tells us that it's stuck. And the Lilies is an old person, you guys. That's an old person, just like on the card. Just like here. It's older person. This is what the Lily card is saying. Older person. Older person. Thank you. Thank you. This is an older person. Maybe 60s. Something like that. Just guessing at the age. Do you see anything about a drowning of one of the girls? Oh, you get a drowning? We can ask. We can ask about that. So let's, that's interesting that you're picking that up. I'm just trying to figure out which deck I'll do. Let me grab my Morgan Greer. I'm going to grab my Morgan Greer. And I'm going to say, was one of the girls or either of the girls drowned? I'm glad. Thanks for playing into this. And by the way, there's a huge lag on the comments. And I think there's a setting I can do in OBS to have the lag time not be so much. But I don't know how to do it yet. This is my first live. So I'm glad you guys are being really super patient with me because this is my first live. Did either of the girls drowned? Oh, there was a fight. Oh my God. There was a fight for their lives. They fought. They literally fought for their lives. That's the battle card. They literally fought for their lives. God. Was either any of them drowned? Either one of them drowned. Wow, we have the Lilies in here. So the cards are indicating that they stuck together because they're best friends. Sometimes the cards have to do this before they answer the question. Page of Cups, that's the card with water. Cups are the water, the emotions. There's a fish in there. I think one of them could have been drowned. It's next to the Lovers, though. There's two there. Pull one more card. Oh, my God. I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on. That's the Ace of Cups. Look at all the water. Water's pouring out of the cup. So anti-gravity. I think that you are spot on. You are definitely intuitive. You're definitely picking up on that. Look at the water. There's water all over in this card. Very possible that they could have been drowned. Because we have, they stuck together. They stuck together. They were such best friends. They fought for their lives. They fought a terrible battle. And it does look like they could have, there's a water element here. Could be there's a water element here for sure. With the Page of Cups, with the fish being in there. And then look at all that water pouring out. And the dove is in the water. The dove is in the water. And emerging as angel wings. emerging as angel wings. Oh, God, look at the grip of the hand. Do you see the grip of the hand on that cup? Oh, God, doesn't this just make you sick? I hate doing readings like this on cases that are with children. I don't like this at all. I mean, I don't mind doing murder mysteries, but I usually like to do the ones that are 50 years old. And you see one killed by knife and one drowned. Wow. Because the Five of Wands can be a weapon in their hands, so definitely the Five of Wands card can be can indicate that. So I'm gonna grab my Anna Kay deck, and once in a while, I don't know if I can contact children, but I use Anna Kay to contact deceased people. Abby and Libby, are you in the spirit world and able to communicate? And we get the moon. So they're in the spirit world. This is the moon. Look at the two lights. The two lights shining. The two girls are together. The two girls are together. Do you know who your killer was? I'm just taking a shot here, you guys. I don't know if I can do this. This is the Anna Kay. So that verifies that they thought they were going to meet like a friendship. It's almost like they established a friendship with somebody, but look at the smoldering. They didn't realize the smoldering background, but it looks like they were striking up. I wonder if they've investigated their internet accounts to see who they were talking to. I mean, I don't know if that's possible to go to their history on who they were talking to. Because this is a familiar. It's a familiar. God, doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like they were afraid in the beginning. This is so weird. And the timing. This can also indicate a loop on the trail. But this is about timing. There's a clock here. There's a wheel about something significant, or there's some kind of a disagreement about the timing. Maybe there's not some facts that are messed up. Oh gosh, yeah. Look at this. So the two ganged up on him, but they were no match. But they ganged up on him, but they just weren't a match. Here we have a wheel again. Is there a tire mark? Do you think that there could be a tire mark, a tire track mark? Have they found a tire track mark? I wonder if they could look for a tire track mark. Do you guys get that? Do you see that tire track mark on there? I can bring it in closer. I can bring that in closer. There's a wheel. I keep looking at the wheel, and this is a wheel, and this is literally the wheel card. This is a wheel card, and this is a wheel. I feel like there's a lead on a tire track. Tire tracks. They should try to find tire tracks. I don't know. I just keep getting that. Sometimes I have to talk about this stuff, and then I sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's just because that's how my brain works when I'm involved in the tarot cards. So... Seven of Cups. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I think I did print some suspects here, and I think that what I'm going to do here, because I don't want to keep you guys forever on this live show. This is my very first one. I don't know how this is going, but this is like there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion around this about who this is. There's a lot of confusion around this case. So let's go through a couple of the suspects, and I'm going to ask my Universal Weight, which is my Sirius deck. First of all, we have Paul Etter, who killed himself. He was a suspect, but he killed himself. Was Paul Etter the murderer of the Delphi girls? No. This is like, no. Cut off. 8 of Wands. So I feel no on that. Then we have Daniel Nations, who didn't even have a car at the time. He did kind of look like that, but he's never murdered anybody. He's kind of like a flasher, and he's kind of a violent guy. Did Daniel Nations murder the Delphi girls? This would be foolish. He wasn't even in the area. Like, I think he has an alibi that he wasn't even in the area. And then we're going to ask, who's the other one? Oh, Thomas Bruce. He was formerly a pastor. Did Thomas Bruce murder the Delphi girls? And not that we can tell by this, but we're going to try. Did Thomas Bruce murder the Delphi, or the Delphi girls? Wow. Oh my God, this almost looks like it's in a church. Creepy. Here's my creepy getting on. This looks cathedral-ish, doesn't it? There was a plan. This was planned out. This is having a plan. This was planned out. And this is somebody that people look up to. People looked up to this person. I'm going to keep that card out. And that was for Thomas Bruce. I'm just going to keep it out. And then there was Charles Eldridge. Did Charles Eldridge murder the Delphi girls? Looks like he's got other crap going on that he's... This guy looks like he's got other stuff that he's, I don't know. I didn't research who these people, just got a list of their names. I didn't look into them, but it looks like he's wanted for other stuff. Like he's done other stuff. Like the hangman means he's unstable and he's being looked at, but I'm not feeling a yes from him. And there's one other person that was Ron Logan. He's on probation, and I think this guy owned land that was near the or on there. I'm sorry I don't have all these facts. I should have done a little more research on this. The popular thought is the ex-pastor guy? Okay. But I'm also going to look at this Ron Logan because he owned property near there, I think, and he was on probation. And so I'm going to ask this cards, did Ron Logan murder the Delphi girls? Oh, shit. King of Swords. I have to pull another one with that. Excuse my language. I'm going to have to pull a card on the swords on this Ron Logan guy. He was manipulative. There's the manipulation. He had all the tools. Oh. And the girls knew of him. Like he's known. He's known by people. Okay, this is getting a little weird. Because I thought... I was really thinking that the pastor, but you guys, remember I said this guy was manipulative? This is the manipulating person. This is the King of Swords, who's very angry. He's got a weapon in his hand. He's very manipulative. Look at the fearful... Oh, God, what's in the chair? What's in the chair? A trapped child? A trapped child. This is getting weird. I'm going to pull another card. You guys, I hate to pull so many cards on one person, but I got to tell you something. This Ron Logan, I don't even know if he's a suspect, to tell you the truth. Oh, my God. This just blows my mind. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm not going to make a conclusion on here, but I'm going to pull another card on the pastor one to be fair, because I only pulled that one on that. I'm going to pull a second one for the pastor one. Because I just feel like I have to be fair. So we've got the pastor up here and we've got this Ron Logan dude down below. And I'm going to pull a third one on the pastor, on the former pastor. You guys, if I were, I'm not going to make a theory. This is an angry person, very angry, manipulative, caused fear. Was watching. We've got land on the queen, and then look what we've got here. It's a death card. This is the Ten of Swords. Stabbing. Oh, did one of you say stabbed? I think you said stabbed. Somebody said stabbed. Yes, I did clarifiers on the pastor guy because he had a violent past. So thank you. Did somebody say they thought one of them was stabbed? Yeah, anti-gravity. Look at that. So now we have to rethink this, don't we? So here's the cards on the pastor. I mean, yeah, I see violence, but I don't see anything like that. I don't see anything like this. This is creepy. This is, all right. So then I like to use my cards as portals and gateways. So if you guys don't know what that is, it just means that I can set intentions with the cards. So I want to set the intention that justice be served for these girls. So I'm going to ask my Robin Hood deck, which would be the best card for us all to put out the intentions that this person be captured so these girls can have justice. And I'm going to let the cards, the Robin Hood, tell us what would be the best card to put to end this, to put an intention out there for these girls to have justice. Look at that. That is the messages. That's information. That's spirit helping. That's the Knight of Cups. There's gonna be justice served on this, you guys. This is not gonna go to a cold case. This is not going to go to a cold case. This is the Knight of Cups. So there's going to be justice served. Wow. So, I want to thank all of you for joining me on, all three of you. And I did this late at night because this is my first YouTube live, and I wasn't sure, do I have my sound right? Do I have the resolution right? The reason I have it so dark in my room is because the light reflects on the cards, and I like you guys to be able to see the cards. And that's one of the things that's important for me, is that you be able to see the cards. So I want to thank you for joining me. I want to express my sincere sympathies to the families and friends of these beautiful, beautiful girls that life was taken away from them by this violent man. But I do feel like he's going to make a mistake and get exposed, and hopefully, this is going to be resolved. So it's 1:30 p.m. in Australia. Oh, yeah. So we have 10:30 at night here. So it's late. But I purposely chose late because, like I said, this is my first live YouTube. And the first time I did it, I tried using it on regular internet and it just bombed. So I had to delete it. And then I came again onto this one. So this is definitely something that to pay attention to. I feel like these beautiful, beautiful young girls are going to have justice. There's going to be justice served. And so I want to thank all of you for joining me. And I am going to sign off for the night. And if you can just post in the comments, any thoughts, or if you have ideas for future mysteries, that's kind of, I'm the tarot medium because I do use the cards to talk to people on the other side. But sometimes murders, especially with children, you don't want to talk too much. You don't want to be upsetting anybody. So I'm just tread lightly with that when it has to do with children. But if you have any ideas, post them in the comments. And if you like and subscribe to the channel, I'm going to try to pick an evening once a week to go live on YouTube, just so I can keep learning the software. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful evening tonight.